Got it on the beat, man. Whoa, whoa.
But they're so on this.
One gotta be a fan of the football team. To be a reporter, man, it's his dream. One gotta be a fan of the football team. To be a reporter, man, it's his dream. You got Terry over there, Chase on the edge. One gotta never miss an upload on the football team. So hit the subscribe for my man. And turn on post notifications. Hit that thumbs up for my man. Watch the team in the Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna make that.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another Washington football team video, and in today's video I'm coming on here to recap Washington football team's day 6 of Washington football team's training camp. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case our Washington football team. Also, when I ask you guys do me a favor, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at juangottiwft. I'm trying to go both of those platforms. Thank you for your follow in advance. Now let's get straight into today's video. So today is actually a very special day because it was the first day of pads for the boys and things got real fast. So once again, shout out to Rhiannon Walker, the best beat reporter for the Washington football team. So to get into the injury report, you have DeShazer Everett making his first appearance at Washington football team's training camp after passing his physical. You have Jamin Davis, the eye infection, out there doing individuals. Cornelius Lucas is back. So it's great to get some of these guys back. An update on Curtis Samuel, he's still not out there, and like Ron Rivera said in his press conference today, he was not really too concerned about Curtis Samuel because he's been in his offense for forever with Scott Turner, so he knows his offense to a T. So we know he's dealing with a growing injury, and him being on the COVID list is going to set him back once again. I feel like he's going to be ready for week 1, despite any setbacks with Curtis Samuel. So getting into some of the notes here, you have D tackle Tim Settle and David Bada getting some reps with the ones, obviously with Matt Ioannidis still being out. John Allen hurt, Deron Payne not there too. They're going to get some reps with the first team. Then you move on to actual practice. Pads are on today, like I said. You got some one-on-one drills with D-line versus O-line. Sam Cosmi has had 2 nice reps working against Chase Young so far. Second rep, Young tried to bull rush, and Cosmi was able to hold on to his position and eventually get him to the turf. So that's excellent and great for Sam Cosmi, man. We know he's been getting beat up on by Montez Sweat and Chase Young, so he's finally starting to hold his ground, and we need that because he's going to be the right tackle / left tackle of the future because we drafted him in the 2nd round. We have high expectations for him, so it's great to see him finally doing some things. You have Jonathan Allen, another update on him. Helmet off, was standing with the defensive line doing the drills, headed back over to the side field once it was over. Cornelius Lucas has rejoined the offensive line on the side field. Rhiannon Walker then says, "Don't think I can understate how good of a camp Landon Collins is having. It looked like Antonio Gibson had a nice hole to run through, then Landon Collins met him in the hole as he was just about to go through and hit him." So like I said with Landon Collins, you guys know how I feel. I don't think I need to keep wrapping you guys up on Landon Collins. I'm not the biggest fan of Landon Collins just because of the contract that we're paying him, but it doesn't mean I'm not rooting for the guy. I'm rooting for Landon Collins to be good. I just want him to live up to that contract, man, and he really hasn't done that, but hopefully he can turn around this year, and it's looking like he is because the camp he's having so far has been phenomenal. So shout out to Landon Collins. Moving on, you have Troy Ackby with the well-timed breakup on Isaiah Wright. Tried working on the short corner of the end zone. Troy Ackby, man, once again, another guy who has been having a solid camp. And who is cornerback his position now? I don't know, but he's been way better at cornerback than he has been at safety. But once again, as we learned with Troy Ackby, it's just practice. Because remember last year, Ron Rivera was sizing this man up last year, bro. He was saying that the guy was having a phenomenal training camp at strong safety. Then what happened? Week 1, he gets out there and looks lost, man. So shout out to Troy Ackby, man. Maybe he found his home at cornerback, but we'll see. And moving on, Logan Thomas sneaks across the formation to the left side and play moves right, offense, court, defense, all for linebacker blitz. Ryan Fitzpatrick tossed an easy touchdown to a wide open Thomas, who let Wes Schweitzer spike it after. So you have Wes Schweitzer with the patented spike, and that happens. That's going to happen sometime. The defense is not going to be great for every time, every single play. Jack Del Rio tends to get in his bag where he wants to try something new, or he tries to want to gamble. That comes with the game. That comes with a phenomenal defensive head coach in Jack Del Rio. He likes to take risk at times, and when you're talented like this, you can take risks. So that's going to happen. Remember last year in the playoff game, he tried to run some type of cover 2 invert where the safety dropped up to play cornerback and the cornerback dropped down to play safety, or vice versa, switch that around. Safety dropped down to play corner and cornerback dropped up to play safety. He tries to try new slick stuff like that. That's going to happen. We have the defensive talent to do that. Obviously, you don't want to see that happen, but it's great to see the offense, taking advantage of that. Then you move on to the next play. John Bostic blows up a pitch to J.D. McKissick, gets to the running back just as he has caught the ball. Montez Sweat on the other rally to clean up in the backfield. So, as we know, John Bostic is a phenomenal tackler. The thing with John Bostic is he cannot cover. We don't want him out there covering. He can't cover the Kyle Pittses, the George Kittles, Aaron Waller, everybody, Travis Kelce. John Bostic can't cover all these guys, at least not anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest issue with John Bostic. That's why I said I would love to have him on this roster, but just not in a starting capacity, not in a capacity where he's playing every single down. So moving on, Ryan Fitzpatrick and Logan Thomas are having a good day. Thomas came across running across the formation to the right. Fitzpatrick throws a dart to Thomas for a touchdown. So yet again, they connect for another big play. That's going to be a connection that we're going to be seeing a lot of during the regular season. Lamar Miller, I haven't really talked about Lamar Miller, but he's been having a phenomenal training camp. Lamar Miller takes a handoff and our offense gives him enough space to run it through the heart of the defense for a tough touchdown. After the play, Chase Young tells Khaliki Hudson, hit the effing hole. Moving on to the next note here, Landon Collins coming on a blitz, worked through Antonio Gibson in a pass protection to sack Ryan Fitzpatrick. Next play, Kendall Fuller comes in at cornerback blitz. He and Tim Settle gets to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Montez Sweat waiting to tip the ball said, I was going to intercept that. So you see, like I said, Landon Collins, man, is having a phenomenal training camp. And remember last year in the Dallas Cowboys game, unfortunately the same game, he got hurt. He came in on a blitz against Andy Dalton where Andy Dalton got hit and he stripped the ball out of Andy Dalton's hands, and I believe it was Blake Jarwin who picked it up in the end zone, and we got a safety out of that. So we know Landon Collins is good at going to get the quarterback and going to make tackles. It's just he lacks coveraging ability. Why doesn't he want to play linebacker? I don't know, but he should, because he thrives at linebacker, or when he at least is making plays that linebackers would play. You know what I'm saying? So, and Kendall Fuller having some good plays too out there on his cornerback blitz. He got back there with Tim Settle. Offense figures out how to handle that defensive blitz. Ryan Fitzpatrick throws a dime to J.D. McKissick on the wheel. Chase Young got burnt on that one, and Terry McLaurin let him know immediately. Chase, you're fast, but you're just not fast enough. Then moving on to the next note here, Antonio Gibson running through the middle. Matt Daniel Wise in the hole, and Wise forced the fumble. Cole Luke scooped it up. A few plays later, Khaliki Hudson has an inside position on Tamarick Hemingway, who Taylor Heineke was trying to hit. Hudson dropped a potential INT. So once again, man, Taylor Heineke, man, not really having the best of days. It's been 50-50 for the past couple days. He's been having some bad plays, but been bouncing back with some good plays. But more importantly, Khaliki Hudson, man, I need you to catch those. Moving on to the next note, Ryan Fitzpatrick with a good touch on the ball. He floated it right over the middle, Jamin Davis's head. Tamarick Hemingway working on a route to the right sideline for a nice gain. So moving on to the next note, since not sure what happened, but Chase Young had a completely free run at Ryan Fitzpatrick for a sack during a 2-minute drill. On the next play, Ryan Fitzpatrick throws the ball to no man's land in Cam Smith's direction, and Cam Curl gets under it for the interception. See, Cam Curl likes nice things, man. Shout out to Cam Curl making good plays out there. Landon Collins and Cam Crow is going to be your starting safety duo for the start of the season. Pretty much obvious at this point. So moving on to the next note, little situations for lesson for Antonio Gibson. Catches a quick pass out the backfield. Instead of going out of bounds, tries to muscle into the end zone. Clock runs. Scott Turner tells him in situations like that, you only have one timeout, go out of bounds and save the clock. So a little learning lesson for Antonio Gibson, man. You know what I'm saying? On plays like that, just go out of bounds, Antonio Gibson. I know you want to be the Superman and be the guy that's going to punch it in, but, you know, go out of bounds and we'll give it to you again for punching it in. And 2 plays later or 2 runs later, Antonio Gibson powers it in for a touchdown. So essentially what I'm saying is, Antonio, just go out of bounds, man. You know, and he'll learn that with the coming experience, only going into his 2nd year. So once he gets more, experience, he'll learn how to handle the 2-minute situation. Moving on, Ryan Fitzpatrick found a wide open Cam Sims on the left sideline to push the ball up the field during a 2-minute warning. Next play, threw a pass to a high for a wide open Terry McLaurin in the end zone, or too high for a wide open Terry McLaurin in the end zone. So I think he overthrew Terry McLaurin. It looks like that is, the case, and can't have those, man. Terry is always open, and he seems to always get overthrown, whether it's Dwayne Haskins, Case Keenum in his rookie year. I don't really know if Alex Smith ever overthrew Terry McLaurin, but we can't have those here, man. We need those to be on the money. Next play, wow, Ryan Fitzpatrick looking and climbs the pocket and directs Logan Thomas to the left side of the end zone. He throws up the jump ball, and Thomas goes up top and mauls William Jackson. Terry McLaurin comes over and yells jump on him. So moving on, Montez Sweat gives it up to the offense, dapping them up for a good play. Chase Young argues his case. He touched Ryan Fitzpatrick for a sack. The competitiveness has always been there, and it's at an all-time high this morning per Rhiannon Walker. Moving on to the next thing, we have Steven Montez getting his opportunity in a 2-minute drill. He has a couple nice throws to Ricky Seals-Jones, especially one he laid out for on the left sideline. Finds Tony Brown for a big gain, and DeAndre Carter takes a big hit but catches it to get the offense in the red zone. So great plays by Tony Brown and DeAndre Carter. I'm telling you, man, DeAndre Carter might be that 6th wide receiver. I don't know if he is, but since considering the fact that he can, be a threat in the punt returning game, and he's playing phenomenal at that slot wide receiver position, I don't know, man. He might make some noise. So to finish off training camp, you have a nice play by Jared Patterson, who had a run but then got tackled down after, I believe, a 5-yard gain, and then he came back to look to be wide open on a pass, but then a quarterback threw an interception. So you finished off training camp on a bad note for, I want to say, the 3rd team, but shout out to Jared Patterson for having some good plays. So yeah, man, it's me, boy Juan Gotti, man. A nice day for the guys. First day of padded practices. I want to say shout out to the defense for, dominating again as always. The offense, Landon Collins having yet another phenomenal day. Samuel Cosme holding his own ground. Charles Leno being back and, holding against Montez Sweat and doing good against those guys. Shout out to the secondary once again. Logan Thomas, Mossing, William Jackson. So just an overall good day for the guys. Let me know what you guys think about this video down below. Can't wait for tomorrow. As always, it's me, your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hell to the Washington football team. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Juan Gotti Talking Sports. The links are down below in the description. It's me, boy Juan Gotti. I'm out. Peace. Cost me one time, that's gonna get you pop. Get you pop.